The Mercedes GLE is the brand's highest volume SUV on the market. Tens of thousands sell every single year, and yet most buyers are making the same mistake. They're picking the wrong year. Get it right, and you're driving a luxurious, reliable SUV that holds its value and costs you almost nothing beyond routine maintenance. Get it wrong, and you're writing a $6,000 check to replace an air suspension system you didn't even know was about to fail. In this video, I'm breaking down the 3 GLE model years you need to stay away from in 2026, and then the 4 years that represent the best used value on the market right now. Stay until the end because I'm also going to give you the single most important question to ask any GLE seller before you hand over a dollar. Let's get into it. Before we get into years, you need to understand one thing. The GLE has 2 completely different generations, and they are not the same car. The W166 ran from 2012 to 2018. This is the first generation GLE, originally sold as the ML class before Mercedes rebranded it. It's the one flooding the used market right now, it's the affordable option, and it's the one that has caused the most headaches. The W167 launched in 2019 and is still in production today. This is the fully redesigned second generation. Taller, more spacious, more technology, and built on a completely new platform. Both generations have good years and bad years. Here's exactly which ones to skip, starting with the absolute worst. Worst number 1, 2013 Mercedes GLE. The 2013 GLE is the year that causes the most pain for used Mercedes buyers, and it's not even close. This was one of the first full model years of the W166 generation, and it came loaded with first-year production problems that were never fully sorted out at the factory level. The biggest issue is air suspension failure. The 2013 used Mercedes AIRMATIC air suspension system, and on these early W166 cars, it developed serious reliability problems between 60,000 and 100,000 miles. Struts leak, the compressor burns out, sensors fail, and this doesn't happen one piece at a time. When one component goes, it puts stress on everything else in the system, and the failures start cascading. The repair bill? You're looking at $2,000 on the low end if you're just replacing a single strut. If the compressor's gone and you need a full system overhaul, you are looking at $7,000 to $8,000 on a car that might only be worth $18,000 to $22,000 on today's used market. That is a devastating hit. On top of the suspension, the 2013 had early run issues with the 7G-tronic transmission, infotainment glitches on the command system, and electrical problems that were notoriously expensive to diagnose. The 2013 GLE is cheap for a reason. Unless you can verify the air suspension has been fully replaced or the car is coil spring spec with no AIRMATIC, stay away. Worst number 2, 2015 Mercedes GLE. The 2015 GLE introduced something that sounded great on paper, a brand new 9G-tronic 9-speed automatic transmission, more gears, smoother shifts, better fuel economy on the highway. The problem is it wasn't ready. Early 2015 9G-tronic units suffered from hesitation on acceleration, rough and jerky low-speed shifting, and in some cases, premature valve body wear that required internal transmission servicing well before it ever should have been needed. Mercedes put out multiple software updates and issued technical service bulletins to address the shifting behavior, but many 2015 GLE owners had already paid out of pocket before those fixes existed, and the mechanical wear that had already happened couldn't be undone with a software patch. The 2015 GLE also carried the same air suspension vulnerability from the earlier W166 models, so you're potentially looking at 2 major problem areas on the same car, the air suspension and the first-year transmission. To be fair, plenty of 2015 GLEs have had those updates applied and run fine today. The issue is that on the used market in 2026, you cannot easily verify whether a specific car received those updates or how the transmission was treated by previous owners before you got to it. Skip the 2015. The 2016 and 2018 got refined versions of the 9G-tronic that are significantly more trustworthy. Worst number 3. 2017 Mercedes GLE BlueTech Diesel. This one needs context because the 2017 GLE is not universally bad. The 2017 GLE 350 with the gasoline V6 engine is actually a reasonable buy, but the 2017 GLE 350D with the BlueTech diesel engine, that is the one to avoid. By 2017, Mercedes was deep in the middle of the Dieselgate fallout. Regulators in the US and Europe were cracking down on diesel emissions, and Mercedes had its own NOx emissions compliance issues that led to recalls and mandatory software changes that fundamentally altered how the BlueTech system operated. The practical result for owners was that the AdBlue DEF injection system, the EGR valve, and the diesel particulate filter all became major problem areas, especially on cars used primarily for short city trips, where the particulate filter couldn't reach the temperatures needed to regenerate properly. Diesel particulate filter replacement alone costs between $1,500 and $3,500. Add an EGR valve failure and a cleaning or replacement on top of that, and you are easily over $5,000 in a single service visit. And unlike an air suspension problem that you can sometimes detect early, diesel emission system failures are hard to see coming. You often have no warning until the check engine light comes on and the car drops into limp mode on the freeway. If you are looking at a 2017 GLE, stick to the gasoline variant only. The 2017 BlueTech diesel is a liability on the used market in 2026. Now let's talk about the years worth buying, starting with the best value on the market right now. Best number 1, 2020 Mercedes GLE. The 2020 GLE is where everything changes. This was the second full model year of the new W167 generation, and it hit the sweet spot between early production reliability and used market value. Mercedes used the 2019 model year to work through the initial W167 production issues, and by 2020, the platform was running significantly more smoothly. The new W167 brought a 48-volt mild hybrid system on select trims, revised air suspension engineering that is far more robust than anything on the old W166 model, and the excellent MBUX infotainment system that genuinely raised the bar for in-car technology. The base GLE 350 with the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder delivers a surprising amount of performance while being more fuel efficient than the old V6, and the GLE 450 with its inline 6 mild hybrid is one of the best all-around powertrains on the used luxury SUV market right now. On today's market, clean 2020 GLEs are sitting in the $38,000 to $50,000 range, depreciated enough to represent real value, but recent enough to have a strong reliability track record behind them. If you want the most used market value in the entire GLE lineup right now, the 2020 is it. Best number 2, 2021. The 2021 GLE took everything that made the 2020 a good buy and refined it. By the third-year model of the W167, the mild hybrid system was fully integrated and properly tuned. Owners reported smoother low-speed behavior and fewer software quirks compared to early 2020 examples. Mercedes also expanded availability of the GLE 350e plug-in hybrid in more markets, giving buyers a real electric range inside a full-size luxury SUV. Reliability data on the 2021 is excellent. The transmission, suspension, and electronics all show significantly lower issue rates compared to any W166 model year, and long-term owner satisfaction scores are consistently high. If you're buying a GLE for a family and you need something that will go 100,000 miles with minimal drama and minimal stress, the 2021 GLE 450 4MATIC is one of the strongest bets in its class. The 2021 is a safe, smart buy. You're getting third-year W167 reliability without yet paying near-new prices. Best number 2, 2022. The 2022 GLE received a mid-cycle refresh, updated MBUX with a larger standard display, enhanced driver assistance features, and revised exterior styling at the front end. But more importantly for buyers in 2026, 2022 models are coming off lease and entering the used market in large numbers right now. That means stronger inventory, more competition between sellers, and better negotiation position if you're a buyer. The 2022 also benefits from 4 full years of W167 production refinement. Nearly every early generation software issue has been addressed. The air suspension on these cars is holding up well in long-term ownership data, and the GLE 450 inline-6 remains one of the most satisfying engines in the entire luxury SUV market segment. Certified pre-owned availability is high for 2022, and that matters because Mercedes CPO gives you extended powertrain warranty and the comprehensive multi-point inspection checklist. On a luxury vehicle, that peace of mind is worth paying a small premium for. The 2022 is the sweet spot of the entire W167 lineup. Modern features, proven reliability, and real buying leverage on the market right now. Best number 3. 2023. The 2023 GLE is the most complete version of the W167 platform before any major generation change, and if your budget allows, it belongs on your shortlist. It comes with the most current software, the latest driver assistance package including improved lane keeping and automated parking, updated navigation integration, and the full powertrain range: GLE 350, GLE 450 mild hybrid, GLE 350e plug-in hybrid, and GLE 53 AMG for anyone who wants serious performance. Clean 2023 GLEs on the used market sit between $52,000 and $65,000. Yes, that is more than the earlier years on this list, but you're also getting more remaining factory warranty coverage, and many 2023 examples are still eligible for Mercedes CPO certification. If you plan on keeping your GLE for 6 to 8 years, starting with a 2023 means the fewest accumulated miles, the longest runway before major maintenance intervals hit, and the most up-to-date technology from day one. The 2023 is the premium pick. Pay a little more upfront and spend significantly less over the life of the car. Now, before you go, here's the buying checklist I promised, and the one question that will tell you everything. On any W166 car from 2012 to 2018, always get a pre-purchase inspection that specifically checks the AIRMATIC struts for slow leaks and test a compressor under load. Do not skip this step. Pull a full service history and look specifically for transmission fluid change records. Mercedes has recommended service intervals that many owners ignore, and a neglected transmission is the silent killer of a high-mileage GLE. If a seller is offering a diesel GLE at a price that seems unusually low, run the VIN and confirm the engine code before you get excited. Unless you are doing long highway mileage and you understand diesel maintenance, stick with gasoline in 2026. And the one question to ask any seller before you buy, write this down. Has this car ever